Beauty fades, dumb is forever. I want you to think about that. Think about it. Just think about what it means. It means you can make this as pretty as you like.
Ja, meneer, je had een opmerking.
Ik heb hetzelfde. Ik ben eigenlijk bijna vrij eenvoudig en jullie hebben ook gekwetst geraakt aan de stemman. Maar...
To move, I've got first month, last month deposit, and
So how much are we talking about?
$4,848. $48.48.
You have proof?
I have proof of what I wired to her.
Let me see that.
I do not have proof to move. I've got first month, last month deposit, and
So how much are we talking about?
$4,848. $48.48.
You have proof?
I have proof of what I wired to her.
Let me see that.
I do not have proof of the money I initially gave to her, but I don't think she'll be in denial of the money that I gave to her.
$2,020.
Yeah, that includes the wire
Service charge.
Exactly.
$120. The actual amount is $1,900.
And when I did give her the money, I told her she should pay it back when she starts making income.
Well, pay it back whenever.
Well, what happened was I started seeing that she was making.
Hold on. You said whenever?
He said you can pay it back to me whenever.
That's usually a reasonable amount of time. Now here's another one over here. Western Union transfer, $300 plus $29.
I specifically said it was a loan, not a gift.
And I don't make enough money of my own.
But I eventually saw her making income.
You work regularly?
Yes, I do.
You get paid regularly?
Yes, I do.
You say these are gifts?
Absolutely.
Well, were you two ever lovers?
No. That's the whole point. That's why he wants the money back now, because I would not get into such a situation. What happened was this. He came down to do the interview or whatever. And after that, he started, like, instant messaging me all the time, you know, like calling me, whatever, showing up at when I'm dancing.
Wait,
you
that's showing up after I've given her the loan, just to keep in contact and say hello. I never stayed more than 10, 15 minutes.
Hold on, she's right. Let her have the floor. You may reply.
So, in my business, obviously, I do have fans. They send me money all the time. You know, they buy me things. And this is what he became. He came to my shows, he would call me, he would try. And then finally, after he kept asking me out, oh, do you want to go to dinner? Do you want to do this? And I'd be like, no. He finally got the hint that it was, like, not going to happen. And then he's like, oh, I want my money back.
Judge, have you ever been in contact with someone just to keep in contact to let them know that
every
you're
day?
still around?
Every time I saw them online.
Let me ask you this.
Shows up at my work.
Let me ask you this. If you are the star that you seem to be in the industry that you seem to be participating in, and you have these fans, you also know sometimes they get a little weird. They get to stalking.
Absolutely.
And they get a little fixated, obsessed, and everything else.
Absolutely.
And what don't we do to encourage this kind of wacko? You do not sit there and respond to them. What you don't do is take a loan out with them. You don't go sleep with them. You don't accept gifts from them because when you
Why don't I? That's the business that I'm in.
You don't take money from that kind of fan if you're into the industry.
Believe me, I didn't need
you
the
may
money.
get a nut.
My own.
Now, he's got his own business here. He's got his own show. It's to interview people. Yeah, he calls you, but he says there's no romantic interest.
He was, can we go out to dinner? When can we hook up? Do you want to go on a date? Blah, 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 blah. Of course there was
not true.
Well, even if he did, what's wrong with him asking?
Every day?
Well,
when do you get the hint? And that's the only reason he wants the money back now.
Well, when do you get the hint? How do you come to keep asking him for money?
I didn't ask. He offered it.
How did he know you needed it?
Well, I would say that I had payments and stuff.
Well, then why do you solicit him doing what he's doing?
I would not.
He's just
I was not asking for it. I would be like, oh, yeah, my car payment's coming up. Oh, rent's coming up.
Now, what do you think is the effect of you engaging in these conversations?
Because I knew he was going to send it. I knew he was going to send it.
So why did you accept it?
Because, why wouldn't I?
Because you don't want anybody to be a pain.
If he's a fan and he's sending me money, I'm not going to turn it down. That's what I do. That's why I have a fan club. That's why I go on the road.
You take money through your fan club?
Huh?
What is IRS going to do about that?
What do you mean?
Oh, that's income. You reported?
Absolutely.
You reported what he gave you?
No.
Wasn't income. She answered
It was a
honestly.
gift.
By the way, I'm not an obsessed fan. I want to get that on the record.
He's proved $2,200.
Sir, I'm not denying that I accepted the money, but I am telling you that it was not a loan.
Why should he give it to you as a gift? Because he's a fan.
Because he was hoping that it was going to earn some more than that.
We'll be back with more Judge Joe Brown after this.
Have it in your
So it's
heart.
my fault?
No, have it in your heart not to exploit somebody. You don't just go out and be a predator and snap up anything you can.
And later, the plaintiff in this case is suing his former friend, adult film actress Kendra Jade. The plaintiff says he loaned her a large sum of money when she had problems paying her bills. The defendant says the money only became a loan when she refused to sleep with him. Let's take a look.
Did you get any benefit from being on the show?
I suppose, yeah.
Public relations, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got free PR. If you had had a commercial that you wanted to put on for that period of time, how much would you have paid for it?
A lot, yeah.
Hey, let's not get greedy about the whole thing. You got $2,200 and the appropriate cost, which come to $2,000.
No, she also had the $2,500 I gave her in cash.
I don't see that you proved that.
She's not going to deny it.
That's over the amount covered in what's called the statute of frauds. In other words, when the money is over a certain amount, unless there are certain other indicia that are involved, you have to have writing to substantiate it. Canceled checks, instruments, acknowledgments, payments made. Stop getting bright-eyed over here and getting good ideas, bad ideas about what you're going to do. So there is a minimum.
But if she's not denying the money was given to her,
we have to have
That's right.
an affidavit that this
That's
is
right.
not
Thank
out
you.
of collusion, but upon real issues. In other words, the two parties just don't collude to collect the judgment or get something. But I have got proof for the $2,349. Now, you don't take advantage of your situation. Have it in your
So
heart.
it's my fault?
No, have it in your heart not to exploit somebody.
I don't...
You don't just go out and be a predator and snap up anything you can. You don't indiscriminately wipe out everything in the territory. Be nice, be kind, treat them a little gently.
I was.
You don't need the money. Stop trying to go out and see if you can collect it just as a hobby. Judgment for the plaintiff, $2,349. And behave yourself.
Court is in recess, so you can step out the door and to your right.
Your thoughts on what the judge had to say?
He was fair, and I thought justice was served.
Did you hit a rough spot and just say, I need some help?
No, like, I didn't even use that money to pay my bills. I went to, like, an Instinct concert.
You know, Kendra's a nice person. I have nothing against Kendra, and I hope we could remain acquaintances and keep in touch.
I don't think that that's probably going to happen. I don't know.
You didn't want to owe him anything, and it became clear to you at some point.
I don't feel that I did, and I don't think that the right decision was made here. I think if you're giving me money, then you're giving me money. You don't turn around and ask for it back because you don't...
Excuseer, dames en heren. Dus, je probeert dan terug je toekomst...
Ik begrijp echt
Sorry,
niet wat er hier aan het gebeuren is.
Excuseer. Sorry, echt. Sorry.
Is suing his ex-wife Blair Hargis in the amount of $640 for the price of theme park admission and spending money he gave her to entertain their child that he claims she blew on her boyfriend instead.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Cristina Perez presiding. Please be seated. All parties have been sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, Bernard. Mr. Wood, we are here suing today your ex-wife. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Explain to me why.
I gave her $640 worth of cash and tickets for our daughter's birthday, and come to find out from my daughter's depressed expression afterwards that she brought a man instead of taking our daughter's friend, which we pre-agreed on.
Wow. Okay. All right. So then let's go back just a little bit. You two are obviously divorced. How old is your daughter?
11 years old, Your Honor.
11 years old. How is the custody arrangement between you guys?
We split it down the middle.
Okay. And has she handled the divorce between you two well?
No.
No?
No.
How long have you been divorced now, Ms. Hargis?
We've been divorced for 1.5 years, Your Honor.
And she has not handled it
She's
well?
not handled it well.
Tell me how she has not handled it well.
This birthday, she really wanted him to be around more.
Why are you not able to be around more? She
Your
says?
Honor, of the two, I am the only one who is the breadwinner, working, making sure that our daughter can, you know, get what she needs.
Where do you work? What do you do?
I do human resources.
Do you have a full-time job?
It's full-time, Your Honor. I just don't make as much money as he does.
Okay, so then do you pay her alimony?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, so you pay her child
Correct.
support? Okay.
Yes.
So you don't make as much money as he does, so therefore you are dependent on the alimony and the child support?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so he's got to work. Do you ever say things about him in front of your daughter?
No, I don't.
But do you ever say, I can't believe your dad is not here again?
I always try to make an excuse or have somebody else present that can be a dad filler, I guess.
A dad filler?
A dad filler, meaning if she
Hence
needs
the
a
date.
dad
Somebody else
filler,
like who? Somebody
like
else?
either her grandfather or a male friend of mine.
Are you dating somebody?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
How-
Bob. I've
are
been
you
dating
dating
him for
anybody?
6 months.
For 6 months. How many people has she dated after the divorce?
Honestly, it's hard to keep track, Your Honor.
Has your daughter met all of the people you've dated?
No, and I don't date that many people, Your
you
Honor.
don't?
I have
Okay.
friends.
All right, so then let's talk about the trip. How did you come up with the idea to gift her this gift so she can take her mom and a friend?
Our daughter has been looking forward to this for a month and a half, and so has her friend.
She was supposed to go with her best friend, or who?
She was supposed to go with Heather. Heather was
Okay.
supposed to go, but she
Okay.
got the chicken pox
Stop.
at the
Okay,
end.
so she was supposed to go with Heather. How much money did you give your ex-wife so she could go with your daughter and her best friend?
$340 worth of tickets for 3 people. It was $200 check, and it was $100 extra cash.
Okay, so $640 total.
Correct.
Okay. And it was specifically for your daughter's birthday. Did you understand that, Blair? That it was specifically $640 for the benefit, a gift for your daughter?
And it was used, Your Honor, totally for my daughter.
Okay. All right, so then why are we here today if it was used totally for her daughter? I don't understand.
Your Honor, it's not appropriate to combine her
controls
dating
what
life
happened,
with
Your
our
Honor.
daughter's
He
gift.
tries to control
I'm
you.
not getting it. So what happened?
Because Bob was
Can
there.
you please? Oh, who's Bob?
It's a friend of
That was
mine.
her date.
A friend of mine. If Heather couldn't come, why waste the
It's
money
not
on
my
the
job
ticket?
to pay for you to see men.
So
But
Bob is your boyfriend.
Bob is a friend of mine. I'm not officially dating him, but
Oh, how
he's
long
a
is
friend
he?
of mine.
Is he the 6-monther, the one you've been?
No.
Oh, he's somebody
no.
else?
He's somebody else.
What's wrong with the guy that you were dating for 6 months?
He couldn't go. He had to work too.
Oh, there's more than one.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
he had to
God.
work.
Work
Well-
always gets in the way, doesn't it?
No, it's just that he had to work too, and a friend of mine wanted to go, and so
Okay, so let's
let
talk
him
about
waste
why
the ticket.
she couldn't waste the ticket. So your daughter's best friend does not go because she gets chicken pox, right?
She has plenty of friends, Your Honor.
Okay,
And
but
relatives.
let's give it to Blair. She was being very resourceful, and she got not her 6-month relationship boyfriend to go. She got some guy to just go.
Our daughter would have been happy if she had been able to call her other friends and ask them.
Why didn't she call some other
She
friends?
couldn't call the other friends because Troy here said that he was gonna go. So during
Oh,
the
really?
cheer
You were
camp,
gonna go
That
when
is
you
not
couldn't
true,
they
Your
had
Honor.
a cheer activity, and so she actually missed her activity so that we can do the birthday on this day because Daddy could go. But then all of a sudden, at the end, like always,
Daddy
Daddy
had to
can't
work.
go. So he had to work.
This
so
was the activity
her
she wanted to
Heather
do.
is not a cheerleader, but she had the chicken pox. But all her other friends were gone on the activity in the event.
How convenient that the only person in the world that could go was Bob.
We asked other kids, and nobody else could go.
Oh, my
and she likes him. He's
no
nice.
other kid could go to an
No
amusement
other kid
park?
could go at the end, at the last minute, even with the paid-for ticket.
Coming up.
I understand it was a weekend trip.
For them to stay in the same hotel room when
So
she's
you
dating.
stayed in the same hotel room with this dude you just met and your 11-year-old daughter.
It had 2 rooms, and he slept in the living room
So
portion
did you
on the
rent them a
couch.
suite?
I gave them money for one room. I don't know what extra money was spent on his
the guy
end.
at the desk said he
But
gave me a discount.
that doesn't change the fact that dating
I'm
shouldn't
sure
be
he
combined.
did.
To
so
bring a
what's
man
wrong
into a
with
hotel
that?
room that
So
our
then let
daughter
me
was
ask you,
in?
how was your daughter? How was your daughter? Can you please be quiet? How did your daughter react?
She was very depressed when I saw her again.
What did she say about the trip that she's been looking forward to going?
She was disappointed. And all the pictures that she showed me,
Can you please be quiet?
Sorry.
she had a terrible face, you know, that she was bored or sad. It was
And did you
heartbreaking.
know that she had taken this random guy?
The only way I found out was through the pictures.
How did it make you feel as a father that your flake of an ex-wife takes some guy you don't even know and they're in the same room?
Well, I was disgusted.
I don't even know your daughter, and I'm so angry that you would be so stupid
This
to
is
put
a
your daughter in that
friendship.
situation. You do not have the right to say anything else in this courtroom. Nothing else. Here's the thing. Money doesn't really matter, and this judgment won't really matter. But the worst thing that will happen here is that your daughter will always remember this and what she did today. And that will be the worst punishment for her someday. And if you ever want to go back and sue for full custody of your daughter, you watch her like a hawk, you write everything down.
I will, Your Honor.
Because your daughter will be better fit to have a parent who actually loves her and cares for her than for somebody who doesn't care about working, somebody who's flipped, who would put her in danger with somebody who could have done something to her. That is the worst part of this case. She doesn't even get that. So good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge Perez has